Hello, church. As you should know by now, Pastor Jeff has sent out a letter telling us that he's going to be uh, retiring soon. And that's going to be a big deal for our church, certainly. So I thought I would do a devotional on division. I found some interesting results here. So in Luke 12:51, Jesus says, "Do you suppose that I came to grant peace on earth? I tell you no, but rather division." What's he talking about? But then again in 1 Corinthians 12:25, he says, "So that there may be no division in the body, but that the members may have the same care for one another." So Jesus knew that when he came here and wanted people to accept the true God, that there would be division. And so in Luke 12:51, he comes right out and says it, that there's going to be division here. I mean, all the apostles but John and Judas were martyred because of that division. And then after that, he says, "But those that are in the church and have accepted me, they cannot be divided. They have to be united. The church has to be united." It's a command from him. So we have to be careful during this transition time when we look at it. It's going to be a little, he's been here my whole time. He actually came to our church 6 months before Mary and I did. So I don't know what our church is like without him. And to me, it's a little daunting, but I understand his need to do what he did. My wife and I moved here because of our daughter and her situations, and it was clearly a God-led and best move we ever made. So I am certainly not one to criticize his choices and what he's doing. I wish him well. He's been just a fantastic teacher and mentor to us, and I love him dearly. But to get on with this, Romans 16:17 says, "Now I urge you, brethren, keep your eye on those who cause dissensions and hindrances contrary to the teachings that you learned, and turn away from them." So we've got a lot going on. We're talking about expanding our church. Jeff has always reminded us that we're not at the church just for him. We're at the church because we're believers. And that should still remain so. We have a new time coming before us here. And we've got a lot of important choices to make, and we need to do it while we're right-minded. So we need to be right-minded on the vote for the church, and we need to be right-minded on how we decide to move forward without our beloved pastor. That's all I've really got to say. This isn't a long testimony here or devotion, but separation, the separation and division happens in a consequence of not following God's ways. And our church follows God's ways. That's why we're here. And we have to ensure that that doesn't change. I love you, church. We will move forward, and we will do so in God's will. And I personally wish Jeff and Maritza and family the very best that God has to offer in this lifetime and afterwards. I love you, church.